Welcome back to the Enough is Enough podcast. Dr. David E. Clarke here, presiding. Clarke with an E. Don't forget the E. I'll fly into a rage. Today's topic is the top 10 narc sexual sins. Now, the narc abuses you in many areas. There's no question about that. One of the most damaging and traumatic areas of abuse is sex. Notice I said sex because with a narc, it's never making love. In this video, I cover the top 10 ways the narc abuses you sexually and what you can do about it. You'll find all my Escape the Dirtball Narc resources, books, video series, this podcast, social media, and my phone advice service on my website, davideclarkephd.com. Okay, here are the top 10 ways the narc abuses you sexually. This is a podcast that's not for kids for obvious reasons, for adults. 1. The narc wants sex when he wants it. There is no compromise with the narc. He wants it now. Why can't I have it now? And if you don't give it to him now, you'll be made to pay. Nothing worse than a narc who can't get sex. There is when he wants it. There is no asking you what would work for you. You don't count as a person or a sexual partner. You're only a receptacle anyway. When the narc wants sex, he wants it right then, or whenever is a good time for him. You have to go on his schedule. That could be 3 a.m. Too bad for you. You get no warning and no preparation. And you'll have sex as often as he wants it. Could be more than once a day if you're lucky. If you're sick, he doesn't care. If you're exhausted, he doesn't care. If your kids are also in the hotel room, he doesn't care. If you're angry at him, he doesn't care. 2. The dark sex is all about him. That shouldn't come as a surprise. His needs, his pleasure, his release. Your sexual pleasure, your needs, your release doesn't even cross his mind. Why would it? Who cares? You don't count. You should be thrilled in his crazy head that you get to have sex with him. It's the privilege of your life. That's how narcs think. 3, the narc wants sex how he wants it. He wants to have sex in certain ways, and your job is to do it his way every single time. No deviation. He'll demand, really, you to do kinky things, weird, nasty things in the bedroom that normal, Christian, healthy women don't want to do and frankly shouldn't do. If the sex he wants makes you uncomfortable, too bad he doesn't care. Many narcs will want threesomes in open marriage, to swap partners. He's doing porn, and so he wants to try some of the things that he's seen there. Are you kidding me? Sick. Now, in a normal non-narc marriage, there's a tremendous freedom in the bedroom, in the Christian bedroom, and as long as both partners agree, you can do pretty much whatever you want. But you know what? That's not what we have in this scenario. We've got a hideous, evil narc who's trying all these horrible things that you don't want to do. 4, the narc is never satisfied with sex with you, ever. He is critical of your performance, and yes, for him, it is a performance. It's not a relationship. He complains about your lack of interest and passion. He has no idea why you're not into sex with him. It wouldn't dawn on him. Hey, maybe bonehead, moron, because you're abusing me all the time. Don't bother telling him that. That's why. He's like a judge at the Olympics holding up a scorecard after sex to rate your performance, and you don't score well. The narc will criticize your body. He'll compare you to other women on a constant basis. And of course, his eyes are always roving, trying to check out women anyway. We'll get to that later in this series of issues. 5, the narc will manipulate you sexually. He will pressure you for sex relentlessly. You end up giving in just to get him off your back. He'll guilt you into having sex, even using the Bible. Those Bible passages, get this, do not apply when you're married to a miserable narc. Submission doesn't apply. Your body's not your own. Does not apply when you're being destroyed by someone. He doesn't realize that. He'll even get some dumb pastor to agree with him. He'll be a nice, sweet, romantic, and caring person when he wants sex. Butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. After sex, same old abusive narc because he got what he wanted. 6, the narc will force himself on you. Had many cases like this. When you do say no, he won't accept that. He will be furious, play the victim, pout and use the silent treatment, rant and rave all over the house, even when the kids can hear, and he will force you to have sex with him. That's called rape. But since you're married, no one in the legal system is going to care. But God knows it is, and you know it is. 7, the narc will commit adultery. One woman is never enough for the narc. He will flirt with other women right in front of you and then deny he's doing it. or blame you. He will have emotional affairs. He will have physical affairs. Had a case the other day. I was on a phone advice session, and a lady was talking, married to a narc, and he had sex with her former best friend. I mean, really, anybody would be awful. That was a double betrayal. Now, if he's caught red-handed in adultery by you, the narc will deny it and then admit it, but blame you. And he'll get counselors. Many counselors will agree with him. Well, you probably played a part. If you'd been a better wife. Are you kidding me? Before God, that sin's 100% his fault. Any sin, let alone if it's sexual sin. And you'll need to apologize to him for forcing him to commit adultery because you weren't meeting his needs. That's a crazy world. You don't do that. The narc will play with a succession of scummy skanks, and they'll both laugh their heads off at making you look like a fool. That's who you're married to. 8, the narc will accuse you of adultery. Narcs love to do this. They accuse you of being a narc, and they'll accuse you of being adulterous. Even though he is the adulterer, he will accuse you of flirting with other men, wanting other men, having emotional and physical affairs, with no evidence. He's convinced of your adultery. Most of them, now there are some paranoid narcs that actually think you are, but most of them, in my experience, they're playing a game. He's just trying to distract you from what he's doing. Of course, if you deny it, which you do, I'm not having an affair, he says you are an adulteress and a liar. Now, and get this, if you do commit adultery, and by the way, if you do that, God forgives you completely. But if you do that and the narc finds out, he will never, ever forgive you for it. He won't divorce you. He'll just cram your adultery down your throat for the rest of your life. There will be no forgiveness. 9, the narc will do porn. I mentioned that earlier. 99% of narcs do porn regularly, and the other 1% are lying. The narc doesn't care if you know about the porn or not. It's not adultery, he says. It's harmless, he says. It's not hurting anyone, he says. And it's your fault anyway, he says. Many narcs will ask you to watch porn with them, if you don't mind. Who wants to do that? It's nasty, it's wrong. Maybe you can pick up a few pointers, he thinks. Nasty and sinful. And finally, 10, the narc will reject you sexually. Sooner or later, the narc will stop asking for sex, stop demanding sex from you. He won't touch you anymore. And of course, that'll be your fault too, because you're not responsive enough in bed. Maybe you're going through with it, but you're barely there, and he doesn't like that. He has no idea why. And if you ask for sex, which is kind of pitiful, he'll say no. Okay, so what do you do with the sexually abusive narc? And frankly, all of them are sexually abusive. First, you stop having sex with them. Listen to me, stop it. Any sex with a narc is sexual abuse. It wounds you deeply. It traumatizes you. It ties you to the narc even more. Your explanation to the narc, your cover story, is simply this. He won't believe it, but you don't care. I'm working on my personal issues, partly true. I'll get back to you when I'm ready for sex. Okay, that'll be never, but you don't tell him that. The narc will be beyond furious, outraged, and will try every trick in the narc book to get you back in bed. And he'll do all he can to make you suffer. Ignore him, hold the line. If he ends up divorcing you, thank you, Jesus. He probably won't. You're going to have to do that. Second, start the process of leaving the narc. That is your ultimate solution. There is no other ultimate solution. You are leaving him, you are divorcing him. Don't do any marriage counseling, waste of time. Don't talk to your pastor unless he's 100% on your side and will support your secret preparations to leave and divorce the narc. It's hard to find a pastor like that. There are some. Find a Christian, experienced, licensed therapist who can help you get strong enough to leave, one who understands narcissism, understands codependency, and wants you to get a divorce. You could start with a phone advice session with me. Many do that. That's fine. I'll lay it out and give you the game plan. Third, I want you to read these 3 books of mine in this order. Codependent Hell, to break your trauma bond to the narc. Very important. First step. Enough is enough to prepare you and your kids to leave the narc. All kinds of preparation stages. And then finally, escaping your narcissist to get through the divorce. I was talking a lot about divorce, and of course I still do. I didn't have a book for it. I thought, I'm going to write a book about divorcing the narc. Sure enough, I did, with God's help. These books are on my website, davideclarkephd.com. That's Clarke with an E. And I ask you to join our anti-narc team by subscribing to my YouTube channel, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We are determined to, with God's help and your help, get as many spouses as possible away from their miserable, sex-addicted narcs.